Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am one of the hosts this evening, Michael, followed by other host, Kat.
Hi.
And Kat's going to talk about Wish, because she saw it.
We're just getting right into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I saw Wish. Technically comes out today. I saw it yesterday and did not. I also saw it with captions on because that's what they had. Because there was 2 times and I wasn't going to make...
Is it not in English?
No, it is.
Okay.
They just have, like, for people that are hard of hearing, I guess.
No, I know, but I thought they have, like, those personal caption devices for that.
They do?
Yeah. You never seen anyone with, like, the, it's like a thing in the cup holder, and it's like a big...
No. It was one of those smaller theaters. You know how we have the ones that has, like, 2 rows?
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, one of those.
Oh.
So, I
yeah,
guess
they
they
do
were,
have
like,
personalized caption things.
Huh.
You put them in your cup holder. They've been a thing forever. They're, like, super old. But they have like a bendable arm, and it's like green. It's like the green text that looks like, like old computer kind of thing. Yeah. And then you just situate it for your.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that because I was gonna say, isn't it hard to like see? But that makes sense.
No.
And you put in. Cool. Didn't know.
Yeah.
How do you even get that? You just.
Yeah, you just walk up to like the help.
And then you say,
like the
"Give
customer
me
service
one."
desk and
I
just go like, I'm hard of hearing or whatever. I don't know if you have to like prove anything.
Oh,
I don't know, but yeah, like if you are hard of hearing or whatever.
Cause like I do have trouble hearing. I'm just not hard of hearing. So like I like watching with.
You can't hear without your subtitles.
Yeah, it was actually kind of nice to like have the subtitles, but that would suck if I have to like prove it. I feel like I'm
not certain if you do or not.
Interesting, but anyways, Ryan didn't even realize that we had captions until like 10 minutes in. He's like, "Oh, there's subtitles."
How did he not notice
he's
that?
so used to like watching stuff with subtitles that it didn't even seem weird.
I guess
he was just like so unfazed by it. But yeah, there was 2 times. There was like a 5:45 with no captions, and then there was a 6:15 with captions. And we actually missed the beginning like 10 minutes. I don't even know what the first song is.
Yeah.
So,
probably not important.
Yeah, so I don't.
It's probably just singing about how she hates her life.
I think it's the intro that we needed, because not that it was confusing. It wasn't like hard to pick up on what's going on, but you kind of figured, I guess
it's probably the establishing song.
I was like, I guess that probably was details that they just sang to us, because Ryan had to go to the bathroom, but I walked in as the song ended. And you could tell that it was like the whole village like singing a song. Right. So whatever that was.
The whole song of like, we're happy to be alive. This guy created our town.
Yes. like we give him our wishes. Yeah. Like, that's it. It's something like that. But she had talked about that her...
It's missing the superpower song from Encanto.
Yeah.
Yeah. just missing...
Actually, it's pretty much exactly that song.
Right.
I mean, I'm assuming. Obviously, I didn't see it, and I didn't
just
care
missing the whole setup of what all the family members do.
Yeah. It's probably like exactly that, just describing what happened and that he was there. But like, it's not like it was hard to figure out anything. But basically, because you don't care if I tell you like the whole thing, right?
Nope, not at all.
Spoilers for Wish, but when this comes out...
5 weeks away.
Yeah, like Wish will just already be out. So
but still, spoilers.
Yeah, I guess.
It is still going to be a relatively new movie for 5 weeks.
I guess. But so, I'm assuming it's her grandfather, but she calls him Saba. I don't know if that's Spanish for grandfather or something. I'm assuming they also said that in this beginning part that I missed. But he is 100 years old. I also picked up on the fact that they give their wish when they turn 18 because because
when you turn 18, all your dreams are crushed.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're all orphans because, they love that because there's a bunch of random ethnicities and stuff all living in one house. So I'm assuming orphans, right. Wouldn't you? Yeah, they're all under the age except one of them turned 18 and he's like sleeping all the time, and they said ever since he gave his wish he's been very lethargic. Like, I don't think they use that word, but like, and he's just
when you turn 18 the depression hits.
Yeah. Like, so they had that, and I'm like, okay, more plot I assume they established, but I assume grandfather gave in his wish when he was 18. He's 100 years old. It's like his birthday. And she has...
It is grandfather.
Yeah, okay. So she has an interview with the king to be his apprentice. And usually the apprentice's family's wishes get granted. So she wants to be his apprentice so she can get her grandfather's wish granted, pretty much. I don't know. So she, and they call it out, but so I guess that was totally like the point of it. But she goes to like her interview. They sing a song about how beautiful the wishes are because they're literally just like orbs that he just like has in his room, and he like protects them and whatever. And she finds her grandfather's wish and she said, "Can you grant this?" And he's like, "Wow, already asking? Like usually people wait like a couple months." Year before they start asking me for favors, but you're just,
hey, look, get it out of the way right there.
Yeah, you know? Before she's even offered the job. Yeah. And so
well, thanks for coming to the job interview. Cool.
Yeah.
Can you give me a raise?
Literally.
We haven't hired you. Yeah, I know.
But I want more. But because the orphan gang was telling her like that.
Wait, if she's a grandfather, she shouldn't be an orphan.
Maybe all the others are just orphans. Yeah, she's got a mom. Her mom totally isn't there.
She is, by definition, not an orphan.
But I said the orphan gang. That doesn't mean...
But she doesn't live with them?
No, she lives somewhere else.
Oh, I thought she lived with them.
Actually, I'm not even positive they live there. It's like a bakery. There's like a bakery that one of them works at and makes cookies of the king's face.
Okay.
Again, I would have established earlier I'm missing some pieces. But...
It's so funny because in like quite a lot of movies, you don't miss much in the first 10 minutes.
Well, that's what Ryan was saying.
But with Disney movies, you absolutely miss a lot.
That's what Ryan was saying. He's like, like it's fine. He's like, I'm sure there's like a half hour of previews, and I'm like, it's not even out yet. I was like, I really don't think there's that much previews. And he's like, we're fine. And
I was gonna say, how did you even miss it with like 15 minutes of previews?
We weren't fine. Like, so
what, were you an hour late?
No, we were. I think it was like 20 minutes late. So they just only had 10, or I missed 20 minutes of the movie. I don't know when the fuck it started. So to be honest, who knows? Like maybe I missed 2 songs.
You could have.
I definitely could have. I don't know. So then he takes the grandfather's wish and he says, "Oh no, it's too vague." Like he says he wants to make something to inspire the new generation or something like that. He's like playing a guitar in the image, so a song, I don't fucking know. And so the king says it's too vague. He can't grant it because what is he asking for? To inspire like.
By the way, they live in the Mediterranean Sea, so it's probably not Spanish.
They say some words that sound Spanish, so.
There are a lot of languages that sound similar.
I guess. But sure.
Anyway, continue.
Again, I didn't see the whole setup, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah, at some point in the song, they're just like, and we're Spanish.
They might have said, though, like, they do stuff like that. So, like, it's not that they don't. They absolutely could have said it, that, established that. But whatever. I don't care. It's unimportant whatever they are. I just didn't know what the word was. I had never heard it before, but I had assumed it meant grandfather, which it does. Doesn't it? If you found out that it means grandfather,
it just says grandfather.
So
it is not the Spanish word for grandfather. Okay. Whatever word you said is not it's not abuela. It's abuelo.
Oh, so then it's definitely not.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
Yeah, no. It's abuelo. Because, A's are feminine or whatever. Except when they're not.
I don't know. They made that shit up, I guess, because...
It's probably not. It is probably a word from somewhere.
I literally looked up Saba definition to see if I could find...
Is it spelled that right?
No, but Google usually picks up something.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to throw around that a word just doesn't exist. Someone's gonna be like, actually, that is my language.
Hebrew. It's Hebrew.
All right, sure.
Wouldn't have ever picked up that because they sure don't do anything else with that. But whatever. We figured it out.
All right.
Mystery solved. Like mystery we weren't trying to solved.
Letting down your culture.
I guess so. You know, I mean, my grandfather, when he was alive, we called him Nono, which is, I mean, I'm saying
No.
Yeah, it's just Italian.
Yeah.
So didn't go with Hebrew. So, but it's fine.
Anyway.
Yeah. So he says he won't grant the wish, and she's like, so give it back. And he's like, what? And she's like, give their wishes back. If you're not gonna grant it, then give it back. He's like, why? He's like, they give it to me to like protect. So I protect their wishes. And she's like, but they don't, because so they don't remember their wishes. I guess this was also established
in the
earlier.
beginning.
Once it's taken, don't remember. They don't remember what their wishes are.
But they remember that they gave it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she's like, well, just give it back. So then they can try and make their wish come true or whatever. But mind you, while they do this, they also show, because you know how fucking lazy, but this movie is so lazy. Like,
I believe it.
Like I'm pretty sure in a preview I saw it said this movie was 10 years in the making. Are you sure it wasn't 9.5 years of procrastination and then 6 months of production? Because
it says the development began in 2018.
I don't know. I swear I saw some sort of preview that said that this movie was 10 years in the making.
No, I think I also saw that.
So, like, I don't know if somebody came up with the idea 10 years ago. But still, 2018 is pretty bad for this movie just being so fucking lazy. It's also so fast. Like, the way everything is, like, pushed, there's, like, no... I felt like I was there for a fucking half hour, and it's an hour and a half movie because of how much they're just, like, jamming it down your throat.
Right.
Like,
I mean, they got Alan Tudyk and Chris Pine, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, and Chris Pine sounds great, but, like...
And Alan Tudyk is the GOAT.
Yes,
because he's every animal.
Yeah, he sure is. And he sounds, in the Harley Quinn show, he's the Joker. Mm-hmm. He sounds exactly like the Joker as the GOAT. So
that's really funny.
Yeah. Also with that, they were trying to push him so hard as like the comedic, like funny little character because this goat can talk, haha. It wasn't. It was never funny. Like
what's
not
funny
a
is he is the comedic relief character in Moana, and he doesn't even have to say anything.
Oh, he's
the chicken or rooster, whatever it is. Yeah. He's whatever. What's its name?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, he's the chicken.
Makes sense. Yeah, it did so much better with that. Like, it just never, like, you could tell that they were like, and it's like, no, like
waiting for the,
yeah, like maybe like, oh, I found it with my butt, and then it's just like, really, like, try a little
child
harder.
Humor.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. But also, there were kids in there, and they didn't laugh. I heard no laughter, so like, I don't know. But again, it was small. It was a small theater, not that many children. So maybe if it was a full theater, there would have been some laughs.
I saw today, what was it? The mom, Kim Rhodes from the mom from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She was apparently on some interview, and she was talking about how she remembered that Dylan Sprouse at one point during the show refused to say a fart joke, being like, I will not disrespect this person with this shitty joke. Write something funny and I'll say it, but I'm not going to do this to her.
That's so funny.
And I was like, wow, even the kids were like, I'm not going to fucking say that.
Yeah, like, that's not funny. I'm not going to do that.
At some point, fart jokes and toilet humor will die. Maybe.
It never will.
I would like to think it will.
It never
one
will.
Day.
No, it literally never will.
It's never funny in movies. No. Ever.
Never will. It never will. I don't see it like ever stopping. It's just like one of those. It's like jump scares. Like it's just like a nice, cheap, like quick thing, because it does get people. So.
But like, yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, I want to hope it'll go away one day.
It sure won't.
I'll have this. I'll die on this fantasy.
I guess. But yeah, like it just never was funny. The other children, like who were there, didn't think it was funny. So
won't give the wish back.
Oh, yeah. So says he won't give it back. And then she's like, well, how are they going to make their wish come true if, like, they don't even know? Oh, yeah, but I remember what I was complaining about. So because this movie's so lazy, you see, like, the same fucking 3 wishes over and over. Like, because they all have, like, an image in it of, like, what the wish is. And boy, do they still show the same 3 over and over and over. And I'm like, you really couldn't draw, like, other people's wishes?
Like, it's the same 3 people's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, random 3, like, background characters they keep showing, though, instead of just, like, drawing more.
Other ones?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's a little bit more in the song, like, when they're going through, but anytime it's, like, important, they keep showing, like, I'm like, we could just
realistically, I'm going to fault the studio and not the animators for this.
Oh, no, yeah. It's not. It's whoever wrote it. Like, I'm assuming that they said, no, you have those already. You don't need to draw more. Absolutely. Like, I don't think it's
definitely on Disney just being like, we're not going to pay you to draw more shit.
And I feel bad saying this because of, like, the anime. I thought it was so ugly. It's got, like, this weird, like, half 3D, like, thing going on. It's almost like the whole thing CGI. It kind of reminded me of Handshakers. Like, it's...
Oof.
Yeah, like
something. That's a bad comparison.
I mean, it's not that bad. Like, that's something else. Like, it's really not that bad, but, like, it kind of gave, like, a similar, like, feel for, like, how it was going, kind of, like, flat 3D-ish, and, like, it almost, like, at some points would almost set off my motion, like, sickness because of it. Like,
interesting.
Yeah. So, because, like, I'm very sensitive because of that kind of stuff. Like, I had just stopped playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp for a while because they changed how the character moved, and it, like, bobbed back and forth, like, way too much, and it literally, like, I couldn't look at it because your character's always, like, on the screen.
Right.
But obviously it's not that bad. It was like, because I didn't feel sick while I was watching the movie, but I felt like at moments I was like, oh, I didn't like it. I just thought it was really ugly looking. Like, I just want them to go back to, like, 2D animation. It was almost like...
Yeah, but they never will because that costs
I know
so much money.
And too much time. And they got to pump these movies out, you know?
Yeah, those movies that nobody's really all that into anymore.
Yeah.
And we're getting fucking Toy Story 5 because everybody asked that.
I thought it was done.
Everybody thought it was done after 3, and then we got 4.
Yeah.
Now we're getting 5.
I literally thought they said it was done. And now again?
Yeah, apparently Tim Allen and Tom Hanks were approached about Toy Story 5. So, also, by the way, another thing, the Scream franchise just died in the last 24 hours.
Wait, what?
You know Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just the franchise just killed itself in 24 hours.
Why?
So the
I saw that Jenna Ortega's not coming back.
Yeah, so Jenna Ortega's not coming back.
Yeah.
They fired the sister,
okay,
Melissa, because she's been talking pro-Palestine stuff. You know, being like, hey, there's genocide going on. That's not cool. And the studio was like, anyway, she said anti-Semitic shit, so she's out. She didn't. She was just saying, you know.
Yeah.
So they fired her. So
okay.
They just got rid of their 2 main leads, which is weird because people were also like, Jenna Ortega was also saying pro-Palestine stuff, but like, okay. So yeah, they fired her. So that's franchise. Everyone's like, all right, well, cool. That was the only reason I was coming back to these movies. So they're
nice.
yeah. So a lot of people were making like, you know, because it was like update this actor's out of this movie, update this actor's out of this movie. So a lot of people were tweeting like, update, nobody shows up to the theater for this movie.
Interesting.
So yeah, that killed itself. Also, you know, shit's wild when Tom Cruise also gets involved, because Tom Cruise has not had a political opinion openly in like the last 20 years. Say what you will about Tom Cruise, but he like had a whole thing going on in his life, and like 20 years ago, like in the 2000s, when he was just like kind of doing whatever, he's been like, I'm not gonna say any shit anymore. His agent, or like a big agent in Hollywood, was also saying pro Palestine stuff, and genocide stuff. You know, there's a difference, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, anti-genocide. Not necessarily pro, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were also let go. And Tom Cruise met in person with the board, being like, "This is fucked up, and I'm standing with her." you guys are making a big mistake. And everyone's like, wow, okay, what do you got to do to make Tom Cruise give a shit?
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon was fired. Like, it's a bunch of fucking wild shit. And yet Noah Schnapp, who's going around being like Zionism is sexy, is still working.
What?
Yeah, he was giving out stickers that said Zionism is sexy and Hamas is ISIS. And he was giving out stickers to people and whatnot, and he's still working. And
guess they really want that Stranger Things season to come out.
Yeah, and the newest person that was hired as Jimmy Olsen is also
Who's that?
Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Superman.
Okay.
Character within Superman. The person that was just hired to play that character also it seems to be pro Israel. So there's a lot of shit going on right now, and I'm like, I'm not even politically involved. You know, you have your sides and stuff, but some things just seem wrong. And it's just like wild seeing all the different ways that all of this is going, and you're just like, everybody seems to be shooting themselves.
Yeah.
So, interesting times.
Yep, it sure is.
Anyway, Wish.
Yes. Going from what's going on in the world to Wish. Where are you even? Oh yeah, so the laziness. One of these 3 wishes is not even. I mean, I guess it's not. Okay, I say it's not possible in the sense of for these. So what it is it's her flying with the birds. It shows her literally just like flying around with birds. Obviously, there's magic in this world. So it's not impossible, but for her to do it like on her own, it is. She's just a normal like townsperson, whatever.
She doesn't have magic? I thought that was like...
No. This random woman in the like...
Not the main character person? Oh.
The random woman like who's her dream that they keep showing is like her to fly with the birds. The other one was like climb a mountain and the other one's like drive a boat or something. I don't know. But
what dreams to give up? Well, flying, sure, but climb a mountain you could do at any mountain.
It's like a giant bag because it's like him at the top with like a flag, so it's like some exhibition, and then hers. It's not like just like it's like a big like pirate ship or something because it's that wooden wheel, you know, and so. But the flying one, like, and for the main character to get, like, so mad and be like, give their wishes back. Like, they gotta make it happen themselves. But they keep showing this chicken flying. And, like, she can't. Like,
Maybe she'll invent a plane.
But that's not the same thing.
When she was 18, she was like, I want to fly. But then now at, like, 35, her wish could have evolved to, I want to fly, but with, like, a plane.
So at the end, to, like, make her wish come true, they show Peter Pan, and you think it's literally just Peter Pan that they're gonna be like, he's gonna make you fucking fly, like, and he goes, he wants to make a flying machine. You should talk to him and like that. So yeah, but that's not what her wish is. Like, it's literally like her just flying on her own. It's an evolution of
the witch, though. The wish.
But point is, the main character being like, give it back. They gotta make it come true. Like, that's that woman's only chance if she wants to fly like that. Like, she needs the king to like do. So like, what the fuck she need it back for? But I guess because she doesn't remember, that's like the fucked up part or something. I don't know. But also because this is supposed to be like the 100-year celebration movie, they have like a bunch of references in it. But I went pretty blind into this movie, so I didn't know that. So, like, when they kept showing, like, the orphan gang, I was like, why do they look like? Like, I was just like, why are they doing this? And then I was like, are they the 7 dwarves? Is that what this is supposed to be? And it absolutely is, because, like, at the beginning, it's not that obvious. I mean, maybe it was obvious in the beginning part that I missed, but, you know, coming into this, like, it wasn't that obvious, but I was like, I feel like it is, because... one of them's constantly fucking sneezing. They're kind of wearing the colors of it. The one has like Doc's like little glasses. Like one of them's fucking dumb.
Love that they're ripping off themselves.
Well, they're not. It's supposed to be Easter eggs because it's supposed to be like a celebration. It's supposed to be the 100-year celebration movie. That's why it's like it does have all these references. Like. In it, like the star draws the Mickey head. They do like the little thing over the castle. Like they are doing it like on purpose.
Gotcha.
She wears like a cape that's like.
I'm just imagining the star doing the like Disney Channel and you're watching Disney Channel.
Well, it literally writes you with like a pen, so it's like. And then she.
Do you ever watch those videos where somebody tracks?
Bloopers?
No, they track.
Oh, to see what it actually looks like? No, I haven't. That's fucking hilarious.
They're all horrible.
They're not even
right. Close.
I'll have to look that up because that's so fucking funny. Because I feel like I have seen ones where like when it's drawing it on the screen, I'm like, that doesn't really look like where their hand was.
It's so funny every time because they're all horrendous.
I have to look it up because that sounds really fucking funny because I remember like being like, that's not it. And then when they do like, they'll like flip it and then they'll quickly do it and I'm like, all right, that wasn't really it. It was like like I did it. Like, okay. But it's supposed to be like that. So it's like she wears a cape and she's dressed as like the fairy godmother. She has the wand, blah, blah, blah. Like the horse kind of looks like the horse from Tangled. Like, so it's supposed to be there. But me and Ryan didn't know this going into the movie, that this was like the 100-year celebration. So I was like, I feel like these are the fucking 7 dwarves. And then like as you talked to like more of them, I was like, they're absolutely the 7 dwarves. But I didn't notice any other Easter eggs yet. So I was like, that's like a weird choice to just like make them the 7 dwarves.
Right.
But then at like later I understood. But yeah, so they have this she tells him to like give him back. He says no, blah blah blah. He like embarrasses her and then says, you didn't get the fucking job, get out of my face, I'm never gonna grant your mother and grandfather's wish.
Get out of here with your fucking idealism.
Yeah, literally. And so leaves. He's like full of himself. So he has a queen, and so she like supports him and whatever. She's basically just his bitch,
right.
But you know, she loves him and whatever. And so I'm jumping to the end because I want to complain about this. She basically, because he's obviously like the bad guy, he you know, is defeated and whatever, and she, you know, realizes like, oh, there's no going back, like, you know, I've lost who he is and whatever. So she's just like, yeah, fuck you, bye. And she just doesn't care about him anymore. And I'm like, that's not how relationships work. That
yeah,
she's
if they're
like
evil, sure.
She's just not sad. Like it just
I'm
like,
just saying.
She's like, I'm good. Long live the queen. Like I've got it.
Well, you find out Ryan's a serial mass murderer and you're gonna cry about it?
Yeah, no, you're just like, okay.
Wouldn't you just be like,
see you later.
Oh, cool, awful person. I guess he's out of my life now. Cool.
Nope. That's not really how love works, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
If he murdered your entire family, you'd be like, damn, I wish he was still the one.
Wouldn't you wish that he like wasn't a serial murderer?
I wish he wasn't a serial murderer, but I wouldn't cry about the lost love. Be like, oh, cool, fuck you.
I don't know what's wrong with you, because that's absolutely like.
Is it just fucking with you? I don't know.
Like that's absolutely.
I feel like I could see somebody just being like, oh, they were a garbage person. Okay.
And I feel like being in a relationship with someone for many, many years, that's not.
You know what?
Really
maybe the relationship was dying.
But
you know, maybe they were on the outs.
It didn't seem like it from
maybe they were putting up a front.
Rest of the movie. That's what I'm saying. Like it just feels so rushed. Like there's not anything.
Maybe she was looking for a divorce.
Yeah,
and then,
she just wanted it.
Yeah, and then this was the out.
Yeah, perfect. I was waiting for the moment that he.
Then the next 5 years is actually all the townspeople being like, you know, she was really all right with her.
Yep.
I feel like we should look into this.
Yeah, but I feel like that doesn't sound that great. But it just goes with like the whole rushing thing. Like so. We were comparing it to like Frozen, because like so much happens in Frozen, but it doesn't feel rushed. There's good like character development and stuff. It's not like how this one, it's like you don't really care about anybody besides like maybe the main character, maybe like barely.
Excuse you, I care about the dwarves.
If you see it, I don't know if you would, but
I don't even know if I've ever actually seen that movie.
Frozen?
Snow White. Well, I haven't seen Frozen. I know that for a fact. That's might be one of those movies that I saw when I was like 6 and just haven't since. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a lot of like those older Disney movies.
Yeah. I don't know when the last time I saw Snow White was, but I definitely remember it. And it was like,
I mean, I know the basic
the dwarves
premise.
were the best part of the movie, so like, but
well, yeah, isn't the girl
orphan
asleep most of the time?
I mean, she's like awake for like a bunch of, figuring out the plot and stuff.
Nah, she's asleep the whole time. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure that's how that works.
I think that's Sleeping Beauty.
Isn't it both of them?
They both sleep, but I'm pretty sure Sleeping Beauty is asleep for most of
I also
the
haven't.
movie.
I don't think I
don't
have
remember.
seen Sleeping Beauty.
Remember
Sleeping Beauty is the blonde one, right?
Yeah,
With
Aurora.
like the pink dress.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen that movie.
I
Or I was 6.
definitely have, but I don't really remember it. That's why I'm saying I think that's the one that she's asleep most of it, but that could totally
I
not
was
be
gonna say,
true.
like, isn't that one like the most boring? Because like none of the characters are all that interesting.
Yeah, and then there was like I don't know, like 2 years ago, it was like a popular like sound on TikTok being like, oh, when will I see you again? Never. Like, have you heard that sound? That's actually from that movie.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she meets him in the woods, and then I guess she's gonna, because I think she snuck out or something, and he like falls in love with her, and he's like, well, when am I see you again? And she's like, never. Like, that's actually from that. So,
Well, yeah, because at least the old ones used to be like based off fairy tales,
Yeah.
So it was just like everybody sneaks out and does something bad, and then it's
you're like, oh,
the
shit.
consequences of your actions.
Yeah, like, oh shit, I gotta do something. And then
I'm surprised Disney never made like a Hansel and Gretel fucked up one.
maybe they didn't and scrapped it.
Possible.
And they're like, this isn't gonna sell. This is just scary.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like, because you haven't seen, so you have seen Frozen. You haven't seen Frozen. Okay. So
no desire.
Frozen.
I've also never seen Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frogs.
Like, I haven't seen like a lot of the newer animated ones.
definitely
I've seen
think-
like Pixar ones, like Encanto.
You didn't play Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah.
That's basically Frozen.
You're right. It is just the Frozen movie.
They sure do
is.
show
I forgot
most
about
of it.
that. Yeah.
You basically seen Frozen.
To be fair, though, all the Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts usually are bad.
No.
They usually have nothing to do with the plot of the game at all.
No. I think
That's pretty objectively true.
No. I think 3, they got lazy with it, and then it's like too much into the movie. But I think the other games, I think they did a good job with it, where you're still following the plot, but you're immersed into their world.
I don't know. I think Barry put it best, where it's like, there's the Disney world. They don't mean anything. Anyway, moving on. Donald and Goober. And then Goofy dies.
I love that video. I've probably seen that video. Like, I would go to sleep to it. It's so fucking funny. Like, I don't know.
Donald and Goobus.
Yeah. I've shown people who don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts being like, this is like all you need to know, and they think it's fucking hilarious.
It's objectively one of the funniest
You
things.
should make sure to put it in the description so
And
people
link
can,
it, yeah. All right,
so people
sure.
can watch it, because it's so fucking funny. But I'm a very like big Disney person. I don't know if I'd go as far to say a Disney adult, because I think that kind of goes a little too far, but I do like love
Disney adult does have a connotation.
Yes.
To it.
But I do love Disney, and the whole reason that I got into Kingdom Hearts was because I thought that was such a cool concept to go to these worlds, and that's how I got into it. And I still
What the hell got me into Kingdom Hearts? Because I don't give a shit about Disney or Final Fantasy.
sure don't.
Probably just
Because
cool game.
my dad was into Final Fantasy, and then I was Disney. So here, child, game.
Here, child.
Yeah.
Game.
But so.
We'll find the middle ground.
But yeah, so I think that they did good. I think they were like a little bit lazy with Kingdom Hearts 3, like with the worlds, especially fucking Frozen, because that's just the movie. Like,
Yeah, I
they're
did forget about
talking
that.
and Elsa's singing at the top of her lungs.
The funniest entire part of that game, because now I'm remembering it, is just like Elsa singing and Sora just being like, what the fuck? Why is this happening? Like, the entire time anyone sings, he's like, why?
She's fucking just like, she's belted, she's building a castle, and it's them like going up a mountain being like, please. Like, they're just trying to get up.
Like, every time someone starts singing, he's so confused about why.
So funny. I still enjoyed that game. Like, I know that it's not what it should have been. Like, I know that, But there's some people that like hate the game. Like
I thought it was fun.
I still like I enjoyed my time. I bought an Xbox just to play the game. Like I had a good time with it. I especially like wasn't working at that time because I had left my job because I was supposed to go away to college, and then I didn't go. So I was just home and I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a job for maybe like 2 months. So I spent like the 2 months
I do remember this.
literally just playing, like just rotting in my fucking basement, rotting, like just every day drinking Dr. Pepper and like whatever, like ramen, like rotting. Like the epitome of just rotting in this basement in the dark in a recliner. My living room, like down there, wasn't set up, so it was just an empty room with a 72-inch TV and a recliner and a million Dr. Pepper cans. I just sat down there playing all
the
of
epitome
these,
of sex appeal.
like,
You are, Kat.
like, literally, playing like all of the games to lead up to when 3 came out, and then I continued to rot as I played 3
Still
every
never
day.
played 1.
I don't know why you haven't.
So it's funny because I have a distinct memory of
2
Kingdom
is
Hearts
better
1.
though.
I believe you. Usually, most sequels are at least mechanically better.
Well, yeah, but I think plot-wise,
Yeah,
it's also
I mean,
better.
I love 2. So, I have one distinct memory about Kingdom Hearts 1, which is, you remember the like in Target or like GameStop, the old like setups where you could play.
They still have that.
The demos of those games. Yeah, but nobody gives a shit about those now.
Yeah, I guess I do walk right past it. I was in Target yesterday.
Right. I remember on the a PlayStation 1 was Kingdom Hearts 1, and not knowing how to get out of the training area. And being like, this game's fucking stupid. And so then I never went back. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember any of that. But apparently I was like, Kingdom Hearts 2?
Yeah. We're just skipping to 2. We don't need to know anything, especially when Kingdom Hearts is known for the complicated lore. Let's just start with 2.
Yeah, it didn't matter to me at all. Which is funny because I've started a lot of games not
on the second one.
Like second, Halo, I started at the third. Gears of War, I started at the second.
Did those have plot?
Halo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about it.
Gears of War 2 I started with, which is funny because I also own Gears of War 1. Like, it's still in the plastic. Like, at some point in my life, I bought Gears of War 1 and never even opened the plastic, and then went Gears of War 2 and then played that. Which is weird because usually, like, especially like before digital downloads became a thing, I had a big rule with like any game I buy, I finish playing before I move on to the next one.
It's a good rule.
Digital ruined that, but the only game I had ever bought and started and not finished was Watch Dogs because it was just so bad.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was not good. But so that was like my big rule. So I don't even know how Gears of War 1 happened. I don't remember buying it. I just know I have it. It's still in the plastic, and I never even touched it. But,
is it worth anything? Can you sell it in the plastic? Would anyone want
not.
it? Like,
but
so why not just open it and play it?
At some point, one day.
You're not going to.
But yeah, like there's quite a lot of games. Sly Cooper, I started with 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I never had a PlayStation 1, also. So, but yeah, no, never started. Were those even on PlayStation 1?
No, 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, never. I eventually did play them.
Which one's the third one? No Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, Honor Among Thieves. Which arguably this is the best one anyway. But yeah, like Crash Bandicoot. I think my first Crash game was
I bought
Wrath of Cortex.
I think Ryan actually bought it for me for like Christmas like 2 years ago. When did the
trilogy one?
Yeah.
The Insane Trilogy? Great.
Yeah.
Love Insane Trilogy.
I have it on my computer and I sure haven't fucking booted it up once.
It's so much fun.
The same thing,
especially because it's harder.
Oh yeah, I have heard that. But same with Spyro. It's like it was a bundle for both. Spyro's played.
Also, I did play through all those.
I want to say that's a game that I think I started. Which one's the one with the eggs? The dragon.
I think
eggs?
that one's 3.
So I think I started with 3. Actually.
I started with 2 with Ripto's Rage.
I think I've only played 2 and 3. I don't think I've ever played the first one.
Yeah, the first time I played 1 was when that trilogy came out. I've beaten all of those. I went through all the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I beat that, and I beat 4 because 4 came out and that was fun. Well, it's weird. Insane Trilogy is both harder and easier because the original ones are hard because the hitbox is not very good. But sometimes it has a lot more leeway than the fact that the new games are you have to hit the spot right.
Yeah.
So it's like give and take. But yeah, there's a lot of random games that I just never started with the first. And I feel like for most of the time, it doesn't really matter. Because
of the Steam sale, I've bought so many games and I'm like, I'm going to play that. I think I have every single Danganronpa game and I haven't opened any of them. I was like, especially because I'm like, I'm gonna stream that and then
right. Digital games are it always makes everything I feel like way more.
I have Steam on my phone. I can tell you how many games I have that I got with the intentions of playing or streaming, but at least
Assassin's Creed. I started with Assassin's Creed 2. I went back and played the first one, but I started with Assassin's Creed 2.
Spyro's the only one that I've done that with, but that might not be true.
I think the first time I ever played a Banjo-Kazooie game was Banjo Nuts and Bolts.
I've never played any of those.
Because I didn't own them on N64.
Danganronpa games. I don't think it's everyone. I think I'm missing like 1 or 2 of them. I got Celeste. I haven't played that. I got Code Vein. I haven't played that. All the Danganronpa games. I got Disney Speedstorm, which is apparently Mario Kart, but Disney. I haven't opened it.
I don't think Call of Duty counts. Though. I think you can jump in on any of those, obviously. But my first Call of Duty was World at War. I don't think none of the stories are connected really. So Call of Duty doesn't really count. But
Elden Ring, I haven't played that. Fucking Colin bought Garfield Kart. I haven't opened that.
I think I started Darksiders 2 before I ever played Darksiders 1.
I have the Dead by Daylight, the dating game. My friend bought it for me for...
I remember that.
I think my birthday, like a year or 2 ago. I haven't opened that. It Takes Two, I haven't opened that. Geometry Dash, I haven't opened that. Little Nightmares, I haven't opened that. Monster Prom, I haven't opened that.
Fable.
My Hero One's Justice 2 didn't open.
Fable, I started with Fable 2.
I have both Overcooked games.
God of War, started with God of War 2.
I think this is just a thing. Like, you're listing more games that you have started with, like...
I mean, I'm just listing the ones that specifically... I mean, I have 334 games I physically own.
Well,
I am just listing the ones that... Well, I guess not all physical on here, but, yeah. Actually, no, these aren't all physical. I have 286 physical.
Oh my god. I don't have that many.
It's a lot of years of just buying video games before digital was a thing.
That's fair. I don't allow myself now to buy anything from the sale unless it's like dirt cheap.
Right.
Because I won't play it.
I kind of want to like... It's both like a upside and downside of like I kind of want to buy things physically again, but it's twofold.
Most of them are like it's fake, like it's not.
Like the problem is that it downloads it into the game.
There's not really a point.
Like if I get a physical version of the Xbox
you want to be able to like bring it to your friend's place and like put it in, but you can't do that because it downloads once. Like it's stupid.
It makes no sense, right? Because if I'm buying the physical media, I don't want it to take up space in my hard drive that's already limited space.
Yes.
Like, it should just and I understand that it makes it run faster, but it's pointless. Especially because then it's downloaded, but then you have to have the disc in for it to work.
Yep.
So what the hell's the point?
You literally need both. Like, it's stupid. And it's literally like...
I'd be much more inclined if I could just put the disc in.
It feels like it's just like a cash grab. Like, they're just preventing you from being able to, like, lend it to someone or something.
Right, because, like... digital media could disappear at any time. They could just take that away from you.
Yeah.
And they could be like, the game shut down, you can't open it anymore.
Overwatch.
If you bought the game, doesn't matter.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Literally Overwatch.
Yeah.
They just did that and they're like, sucks.
So like it's like one of those things where you're like, I want to have physical media, but it doesn't really make sense anymore.
No. It's just if you want the like container.
Yeah. so like for at least some things it still kind of makes sense, like music or movies and stuff. But for games, it basically feels like it's stupid to get a physical nowadays. Yeah. I think the most recent game I bought physically, Ratchet and Clank came with my PlayStation 5 when I bought it. And then I think the next recent was I bought the physical for Baldur's Gate 3. Mostly because it came with a bunch of stuff for $70. Like, games are basically now $70 now, but it was like a special edition. It comes with like maps and a comic, like, and concept art and stuff, all for $70. I was like, fuck it, all right. I haven't bought a physical game in a while. Why not?
And because I think Ryan just bought that, but it doesn't ship until next year.
Yeah.
So it is the same thing. Yeah.
Although it's 3 discs on Xbox.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've owned a game that's been multiple discs. I know those have been things. That's not anything new, but I don't think I've owned one that has been multiple discs. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it's 3 discs on Xbox, it's 2 on PlayStation, and then I think it's just 1 on PC.
Yeah.
So it's funny being like, the limitations of different physical media.
Yep. I don't remember. Probably the last physical Sword and Shield.
Switch games, I guess. Yeah, I have physical.
Because me and Ryan got the set. So, like, he has.
Those were fun times. That was when you, me, and Colin were just chilling in his basement before he moved.
Yeah.
Just playing Pokemon all day.
Yeah, but like, what are you doing? Nothing. Come over. Okay.
Yeah.
And just in silence, just sitting there, but just in the same room.
And then trading Pokemon usually.
Yeah, but like, there's a raid. You guys want to go? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Switch I do still buy physical media, also because there's like no space on the Switch.
Yeah, I have a.
I did get a bigger SD card.
Yeah.
But even still.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't really play my Switch that often.
Not anymore, really.
I want to
play the new Mario.
I want to get back into Animal Crossing, but I just haven't. The last time I played was that day that Justin was randomly playing it and asked for fruit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not really doing anything. I'll get on. And then he decides to steal from me. Like, he's like, oh, I didn't know I couldn't steal from you. Like, I thought that was just part of it, was just that I can come and just rob you. Like, it's like, Justin, why?
I mean, look, it's Justin. You should have known.
We've played together before, and he's never done that before. Like,
but he's a hurricane of chaos.
Literally, like, I was just like, if I'm giving you things for free, and then you take more from me. Like, I was purposely growing money trees, because you can only do it once a day, because you find like a little glowing bell spot, and if you take it and you plant money in the little glowing spot, it'll grow a money tree. So then the trees will literally have money bags on it.
Right. I
was growing them to have like a forest of money trees. Like, I wanted to have one part of my island like look like that. And then he just comes over and starts shaking them off. That money tree never grows it again. You have to you just have to cut the tree down. It's just a plain tree now. Okay. Like, it doesn't do anything. Whereas like the fruit trees, you take the fruit will grow back. Right. That's not how money trees work. He's just robbing me. He's literally just taking my money. Like, okay.
Nice.
So, and then because I hadn't played in a long time, I couldn't figure out how to kick him. Like, I was just like, fuck. I'm just like, how do I get him out? I don't know. Because he's just wreaking havoc.
Also, by the way, I remembered some other games that I didn't start with the beginning of.
How was there
Saints Row 2.
How was there this many?
Resident Evil 5. Started with the 5th game. Well, because some of them just have to do with like the console I had at the time available to me. Like, Resident Evil 5 came out on Xbox 360. I didn't have like a PlayStation 3 or I didn't even know about Resident Evil before the 360 anyway, because I do have a PlayStation 2. But I found out about it because my friend was playing it, and I was like, all right, yeah. So like sometimes it was just like via like happenstance kind of stuff.
I guess that's fair. But it definitely wasn't it with Kingdom Hearts. They were both on 2.
Yeah, I literally don't know why I didn't buy one. I don't remember buying the second one either. But like, so
Wait, so I want to complain about Kingdom Hearts really quick. Did you play? I'm assuming not, since you started with 2. Did you play Chain of Memories?
No, I've only ever played the core games.
So I had this what
core
I
games,
thought
2 of them
was like a weird fever dream that I remembered being a kid in like my family's minivan playing Kingdom Hearts on my DS. Okay. And then for so long I guess I didn't look that hard, but when I would ask anybody about it, like nobody knew what I was talking about. I was like, did I just imagine like playing this game? Like I was like, what is this?
Yeah, because I would have guessed they would all be like PSP.
And so I think it probably was on PSP too. And I remembered I remember playing like Nightmare Before Christmas, like specific, and I was just like, what is this game? And then eventually, somebody had told me, they're like, oh, are you talking about Chain of Memories? Like, is that it? And I was like, oh, like that must have been it. That must have been the game, because I had lost the game. Like, I still have my DS, but I don't know.
Right.
Like
the amount of games that I lost to my dumbass child self.
Yeah, like where are they?
I know I own this game, but it's gone into the ether.
No clue.
You know what'd be awesome? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but you know how some people are like, when you die, like you could like, it'd be cool if you saw like a stat sheet of things in your life. Just like get one of the stat pages is just items you lost, where they were.
That would be so good. Like something that
or like items you think you lost and what happened. It was like, oh, you actually sold it when you were 10.
I'm so curious about stuff like that. Like I don't like the unknown. Like I like knowing everything. So like I would love to like literally know about that, or like what happened to things. Like in middle school, I lent out my Club Penguin DS game. And I don't talk to that.
There was a Club Penguin DS game?
Yes.
Wild.
And so I know the girl that like I gave it to, but like I left it in her car when we had like a sleepover or something, and then we stopped like being friends. I want to know what happened to that game. Like,
you just message her like tomorrow. Hey, can I get my Club Penguin game back? Like, I know you still have it.
Yeah, like. I want to know, like, does she still have it? Right. Did she sell it? Did she throw it out? Like, I genuinely just, I want to know. So that would be nice if you'd be like, this item is in a landfill, like this item, like where it is. I would love to fucking know. I mean, it's not that related, but right now I'm playing My Hero Ultra Rumble, which is like the Battle Royale My Hero game. Right. And Koda's in it, like the little boy from whenever, and if you find him, he gives you like these 3 like upgrade quirk things, and it does it for your whole team. So it's like a broken bonus, but he could be kind of anywhere on the map. And there's tons of games because Present Mike announces it, like if somebody finds him. There's tons of games, and I actually try and spend as much time as I can looking for him, as much as like not getting in the way of like throwing the entire game by just like looking for him. But I wish at the end of games it showed you where he was on the map. Like, because I would love to just be like, oh, fuck, like I passed there. Like I literally passed. There was one specific time, I think this is what I was streaming too. I got downed, and exactly where I fell put me an eye shot of him. I could see him hiding in a bush, and I was like, oh my god, don't kill me. I was like, please, because if they start getting attacked by someone else and they leave you can get up after 20 seconds.
Right.
So I was like, oh my god, please don't kill me. He's right there. Like I can see it. I can see him in the distance. Like I have to. I died, so of course I like didn't get him. But I would love to like. No, because there's so many bushes like on the map, because so you can like hide and stuff. But I just want to know, like, where is he? So I would love that. But then I guess they don't do it because they don't want you like.
It's probably certain spots or something.
It is. It's like certain areas. Like there's people on Reddit that have like made maps of being like, oh, he has like a good percentage of spawning here and stuff like that. So I guess if they always showed that, then like more people would, and there would be like a bigger fight. Like I guess. But you could always look for him. But like, I just wish that they like, because I would love to know where things are. So like, kind of like that. If you could just know.
Yeah. When you die, you just get your stat sheet, and it's like, hey, you sold that when you were 12, because you know, and it was like you thought you lost it, you just sold it.
No, you like, brought it into fucking GameStop, and they offered you $2.
I
was literally gonna say, and they offered you $2 for it. You said sold. You said, thank you very much, sir. I'd now like to buy this $60 game. Please put the $2 credit on it. So,
Mom, can you please buy this?
Yeah, literally.
I remember when before I could buy M games, or I was smart enough to have somebody that was older than me that wasn't my mother buy them for me. I was trying to buy Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and my mom was like, I'm not buying you Grand Theft Auto. Like, I know what that series is.
She did?
Yeah, she was like, I'm not letting you do that. Like, I know what that is. And I was like, okay. And then I grabbed like this Jaws game. And I was like, what about this one? And she was like, that's fine. Infinitely more brutal game. Like, you dismember people. There's limbs floating in the water. You eat people. Like, it is brutal. And I was like, and I remember even as a kid, I was like, this seems way worse than Grand Theft Auto. Like,
nah, you gotta avoid those strippers.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so I always thought that was really funny. Where mom was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever.
I mean, I feel like that's like a common thing. It's like you don't know like what it is. So like Ryan's brother, he's 13. So if it was if Ryan didn't exist, the amount of games that kid would have that he should not fucking have immensely, because his parents would just buy it for it. It's always Ryan being like, he can't fucking have that. Like, no. Like,
I'd be pissed if I was his brother.
I don't
You're like, hey, yo, shut up. Let me get the game.
So, no, he's in the way. Like, cause like absolutely, like they would have wanted.
I used
GTA,
to go. I used to go to people
whatever.
that were like walking by the GameStop and like the mall and be like, hi, can you?
You were one of those kids? Wow.
Absolutely, and they do it.
Really?
Oh yeah, you just get like a teenager. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
You never go for an adult. Like you go for someone that seems like they're like in high school or whatever, and then they're just like, "Hi, can you buy this game for me?" And usually they're just like, "Okay." Walk in, you give them like an extra $2 or something.
I'd just be like, no, like no.
I'd do it. People used to do it for me. Why not?
I mean, I guess you got to continue the cycle.
Yeah, you know. But it's not really a thing anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because I would never. I mean, one, I don't think there was anything that I wanted to play that I like couldn't have, but then two, I don't think I'd have the guts to ask, to just be like, could you please buy this for me? I think I'd be too scared they'd rob me. It would just take my money.
I mean, yeah, that's always a risk.
It's not worth it.
You just hope that you're a small enough child that looks adorable enough that they won't rob. The puppy dog guys, you know, you just gotta hope
you didn't get robbed, so I guess it worked.
It worked. I didn't do it super often, but I did it like, you know, every now and then. Worked out. Always the mall, not the one like, you know, by the strip mall one.
Strip mall. Do you have one here?
Not here, no.
Oh.
I don't want to specify.
You don't have to say it. I just literally don't know where it is, but it's fine. I thought all of them closed except for the one in the mall.
No, there's.
Oh, yes. I got you.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, it's like on the same road technically as the mall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it'll eventually get there. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Because it's right there.
Yeah, I always forget that one's.
So I used to go there.
Because the one that was by me closed like 10 years ago, like so long ago. So I kind of and there was another one that closed too. So I thought that they all closed.
Yeah, no, that one's still open, and then the one in the mall.
Yes. Yeah. The one in the mall sucks.
Oh yeah, it's awful. It's the worst one.
No.
For a hot minute, I wanted to work at GameStop. Glad
Ryan worked there. He said it was absolutely terrible.
No, everybody says it's the worst place to work. But I was always like, yeah, that'd be fun. And then I think I applied and I didn't even get it.
It sounds fun.
Yeah, you're working with games all day, and it's just like everybody's like, it's the worst fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So I guess I lucked out.
Heard they're not a great company, so.
No. There was that hot minute where people made them rich.
They're coming out with a movie about that.
Yeah, they sure are.
So stupid.
Absolutely
the
idiotic.
trailer looked awful.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
They'll make a movie out of fucking anything.
They do. They really do. But at least they're like original ideas where they're not just making a live action.
Yeah,
like some people.
Again, the pipeline should be live action to animated, not animated to live action.
Yeah, I don't know. So Wish. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So Wish. You have any closing thoughts on Wish?
I thought it was a terrible celebration of 100 years. I think it could have been decent. I think it was very lazy. I think it was very rushed. I think it has an interesting concept, so I think it could have been done way better. You know what I'm worried about? What if they make a Wish world in Kingdom Hearts 4?
Yeah, the game we're gonna get in 20 years.
Yeah, that's why there might be Wish in it. Like, it's just.
I'd much rather get Coco. That'd be a much
cool.
more interesting world.
That would be really cool.
That'd be a much more interesting world.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just didn't think that they did a good job. Like, if it was just a
Plus, you get to be skeleton versions of yourselves, probably.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I would imagine like that area would be so.
Oh,
absolutely, they would definitely do like an outfit.
Yeah,
like,
they'd just be skeletons.
That. Yeah, especially because like in Kingdom Hearts,
skeletons with the hair still.
And in Nightmare Before Christmas, they have 2 outfits for Christmas and Halloween, which I thought was sick as fuck.
I still think the coolest though is the Lion King one, because you become lions.
I think it's just not one of my favorites, but like it is interesting.
In terms of like design change,
yeah.
I think it's the most interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's the most drastic.
Yes.
I don't think there's other ones where you do anything like that.
I mean, you get a mermaid tail and then
but
like an
octopus.
The
Little Mermaid one sucked.
That's so funny.
That level's not good.
You mean I loved doing the songs. Like, there's just something like about it. There's when I was streaming it, like I couldn't get. I was getting so lost. Like, I'm not really good with game maps anyways, but I just couldn't fucking figure. I was like, I just gotta sing with Ursula, and I don't know how to get there. Like, I just couldn't fucking figure it out. I was just so fucking lost. But anyways, Wish. Hopefully not in Kingdom Hearts, because it was just lazy. It just I think it could have been good, and like the music wasn't great. It wasn't horrible, but it also just kind of felt like there was just nothing, like there was no substance, you know, like there wasn't like oh shit, like that's a good song.
That's the banger. That's the one I want to listen to again.
Yes. Like Ryan was saying, like their best song is like which again you haven't seen Frozen, but like that's just a recent movie that they've done.
I know the Frozen songs.
Yeah, he's like Frozen's worst song is like still better than like that best. So it's like it's not. I think it, and I feel like they also try and do like a lot of Lin-Manuel Miranda typey like stuff where it's like,
as much as I like him, we don't need as much Lin-Manuel Miranda.
But it's fine
music.
when he's doing it.
Yeah.
But it's when people try like imitating it when it's like it's just not great. So like I felt like there was just so much wrong with the movie that just made it like so whatever. And then so if it was just like a random movie like Raya and the Dragon or something like that came out a couple years ago. I hadn't seen that one, but my aunt said that she liked it. The only reason I even thought about it is because I saw Disney on Ice with my little cousins a couple weeks ago, and it was in that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that was even a thing that came out. And it's just like a random movie, and my aunt said that yeah, it was good. If it was just released as something like that, like, oh, Wish, like, here's this new Disney movie, like, whatever, they would have been fine. But for this to be the 100-year celebration and then to come out like this, it's like an extra kick in, like, the face to just be like, I was going to say the nuts, and then I was like, I don't have nuts.
But that is the phrase.
Yeah, so I was like, face. Should have just committed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on Wish with our
tangents.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we probably won't get a Wish world. Let's be real.
I hope not, because it's just gonna be. Because the thing is, like with Kingdom Hearts, like I feel like they do so well with like their worlds and like the world building that you really like feel like you're immersed with it. Like especially like I was so impressed with like Big Hero 6. Like it really felt like you were there, and like there's other worlds that I think that too. But with Tangled, I thought that was another one that it felt like you really immersed there.
Right.
But it's like we don't need another castle world, which is like what that is. So you're just walking around a castle. So I feel like they extra shouldn't do it because it would just be boring.
Right.
So.
All right.
That's that.
Well, hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Vaguely Anime Podcast. You have 3 weeks to watch Bocchi the Rock. Yeah, that's right. 3 weeks to watch Bocchi the Rock. So get on that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, review, follow. Check out Kat at Kat the Moonstar on Twitch, who is now sponsored.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could say who, but you're sponsored by something.
I'm doing it, so doing a Genshin Impact sponsorship, but it doesn't matter because this is going to come out in 5 weeks. So
you're still sponsored by Genshin, though.
Well, past tense.
You were sponsored by Genshin. That's still cool.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm doing it. It's just to be like, Genshin. Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week for whatever it is we talk about.
Okay, bye.
Bye.